Joshua 20. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yehoshua, his son, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago, and the letter J is about 600 years old, and Yehoshua in English is Joshua. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only. Yah is so jealous, he doesn't even want us to have the names of idols or mighty ones to even come to our lips. Excuse me. Joshua 20. And Yah spoke to Yehoshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint for yourselves cities of refuge, of which I spoke to you through Moshe, for the manslayer who strikes any being mistakenly, unknowingly, to flee there, and they shall be your refuge from the revenge of blood, from the revenger of blood. Why wouldn't the revenger of blood just go to that city and kill him there anyways? Like, what stops him? And he shall flee to one of those cities and stand at the entrance of the gate of the city and declare his case in the hearing of the elders of that city, and they shall take him into the city as one of them and give him a place, and he shall dwell among them. And when the revenger of blood pursues him, they do not give the manslayer into his hand, because he struck his neighbor unknowingly and did not hate him beforehand. And he shall dwell in that city until he stands before the congregation for right ruling, until the death of the one who is high priest in those days. And he shall dwell in that city until he stands before the congregation for right ruling, until the death of the one until the death of the one who is high priest in those days. So that could be like 80 years, basically, that you just stay in there if you do it at the young age of the priest. Then let the manslayer return and come to his own city and his own house, to the city from which he fled. So they set apart Kadesh and Galil in the mountains of Naphtali, and Shechem in the mountains of Ephraim, and Quiath Arba, that is Hebron, in the mountains of Yehuda, and beyond the Jordan by Jericho eastward they appointed Betzer in the wilderness on the plain, from the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead, from the tribe of Gad, and Golan and in Bashan, from the tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed to all the children of Israel, and for the stranger who sojourned in their midst, for anyone striking any being unknowingly, to flee there and not die by the hand of the revenger of blood until he stood before the congregation. So those cities are basically like jail. You go there and wait until you get heard by the people, but if you do it on purpose, then they just come in there and they take you back, and then you get stoned or burned alive. Burned alive or stoned to death. Either way, you're dying. I don't know. I've always thinking, well, maybe stoning to death, because you can get hit that one time and just boom, but you have to get beaten a bunch of times. Or you get lit on fire and your body slowly burns up and you blood bubbles and boils and I kind of want to say stoning, but I don't know.